Interesting stuff from Jurgen Klopp after Real Madrid's 3-1 victory against Liverpool on Tuesday. The Liverpool coach coming out and saying that Valdebebas, which is of course Real Madrid's second stadium, if you like, was a bit weird, that it affected the way in which Liverpool played. Well, let's welcome back, shall we, Craig, Jurgen and Frank. Craig, what do you make of that?
Well, I don't know if it affected the way they played. I think the way Real Madrid played affected the way that Liverpool played. In all fairness, I just don't think he should be mentioning the stadiums, but I can see where he's coming from, because every time I watch Real Madrid at home, I look at it and I think it doesn't half look weird. I mean, what's the problem? Can they not afford to turn the lights on at the Bernabeu? I know there's nobody there, but they've decided to play at the training ground. It does look a little bit different compared to being in big stadiums, but that's not why Liverpool lost. It's not why they didn't play well. It's not why they were dominated in the middle of the park. So, I just think with the season that Klopp's had, off the field with all his remarks about everything really, from broadcasters to the scheduling of fixtures, that I think he should try to stay away from these outside influences, which are not really affecting the game, because that's what it is. But it does look a bit weird, Real Madrid playing there, I must admit.
They're refurbishing the Bernabeu. I sent you all the blueprints. Excited, Craig. You didn't answer my email.
They're refurbishing it?
Yeah, they're making it all posh and nice.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't have any interest, really. I'm sorry.
I sent you all the pictures. I said we could go one day. What about his criticism of the referee, Craig? This obviously valid in the fact that the second goal there was definitely a foul in the lead up to it. But overall, did you feel there was an agenda against Liverpool from the ref?
Oh, no, not at all. And look, there was certainly a nudge on Sadio Mane on his way through. Now, the question would be, as obviously VAR looked at it, the question would be was what was his proximity to the ball, and did they decipher if he was going to get there or not? And obviously they didn't. I'd have to go back and look at the tape, which I'm not going to do because I've got a life. So I can't
have a look at those blueprints.
Concrete answer it to you. I don't know the Bernabeu's getting renovated. I don't really care. But their ground still looks weird, and Liverpool were not hard done by, in my opinion, by the referee. They just didn't play well. Sadio Mane had one of his poorer games. Fabinho had one of his poorer games. Alexander-Arnold had another bad night. Alisson didn't do great for the goal. They had an inexperienced centre-half pairing again. That's not easy. So all in all, it was what I thought, and I said on yesterday's show, it was kind of where we are with Liverpool at the moment, with that amount of quality out the side. Okay, you can whoop the backside of Arsenal at the Emirates, but travelling to Madrid to play Real Madrid and think you're just going to be allowed the same freedom, it's not going to happen.
Frank, where do you stand on Klopp's complaints about the officials?
I know, in a way, I agree with Craig. It's kind of an excuse to explain the bad performance of Liverpool, but it was a clear foul for me on Sadio Mane. He pushed him. It's a red card for Lucas Vazquez. It's not a penalty because it's out of the 16-yard box. But for me, at the end of the day, there was a bad decision from the ref. And like 30 seconds after, Real Madrid scored the second goal. So I don't like the ref. I mean, and nothing to do with the fact that he's German, but I don't like him. Every time I see him in the middle of the park,
don't worry.
I have issues with him. But whatever. Going back to the training ground, we saw Karim Benzema complaining about the lights as well in two crosses. So it is a problem also for Real Madrid players, I think, and the fact that they're refurbishing Bernabeu is the explanation why they play in that very strange stadium. But it's true that it doesn't look like a Champions League game when you watch Real Madrid playing at home.
Jurgen, a couple of points then. Frank said Germans shouldn't be allowed to referee at this level.
I mean, the funny part certainly is that Jurgen Klopp had to complain with another German then after the game, and well, that's part of it. And obviously they go at each other maybe, and there's emotions going on, And a former coach of mine, Otto Rehagel, always told me, Jurgen, the day of the game, before, during, and after the game, don't take it for serious what people tell you, because if you're emotional, I think there are so many comments being made that you would never say the next day. So obviously having a conversation there with the referee for Jurgen Klopp is a normal thing to do. He's German too. He tells him what he was happy about and what he was not happy with. And he obviously had a couple of points there to make. The good thing, I think, for Liverpool is to come out of that game is they only lost 3-1. And all the things that went wrong, and some players didn't play accordingly to their standards, they still have a huge chance to go through. I mean, they can win at home 2-0 at Anfield, where they have all the energy in the world. Even if the fans are not in the stadium, as Jurgen Klopp said, Real Madrid will feel it. They will feel that they are at Anfield. So that's the good thing about it. The game is not over yet. Anything is still possible, even if they had a bad day in Madrid.
Great stuff, guys. Thank you very much, as always. Just a reminder how things stand going into that second leg. No surprise, Real Madrid are favourites, big favourites as well. 4-1 on to advance to the semi-finals. Liverpool, meanwhile, 11-4.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.